Hello, Jess. Very nice shop. Wow. So, I'm Gaspar Noe. I direct movies like Irreversible, Climax, Vortex, and I was just for 3 days in LA, and I was invited to come talk about some movies that I like. So, let's go here. Cannibal Man. I have an obsession with a Spanish director called Eloy de la Iglesia, who's like the Spanish Fassbinder or the Spanish Pasolini. He made all these movies that are giallos or comedies or dramas, always dealing with teenagers doing drugs, many of them prostituting themselves, lots of gay stories, a lot of heroin in his stories, and this one was his first attempts to do a thriller. Each time I see a new movie by Eloy de la Iglesia, and he made like 40, I become crazy. Highly recommended.
And now we present the classic hits of yesteryear.
So here are two movies. This one that I saw a long time ago, Bloody Pit of Terror, is like one of those Mario Bava type Italian horror movies with a masked hero tormenting women. I really liked it when I saw it on VHS, and I haven't seen it since, so it's time to watch it on Blu-ray. And I noticed that there was one that I really wanted to see because of its cover. It's a Jess Franco movie, I believe, highly recommended by the company, so I'm taking the one with the best cover on the box.
It was a great idea. You just wait and see.
Here, there's another Italian movie that I wanted to see for a while, The Fourth Victim with Carol Baker. Actually, I collect movie posters and I have this beautiful original poster, but I haven't seen the movie yet, but I had the poster and I was dreaming to see it one day. It is with Carol Baker, and I'm going to discover it. There's another movie next to it that I would highly recommend, Four Flights on Grey Velvet. It's one of his first great movies. I was very lucky to work with Dario Argento on my last movie, and I always loved his work.
Is that all right?
It's a bit narrow. I feel uncomfortable.
Oh, well, now, I can assure you that none of our customers have ever come back with a complaint about the comfort of our coffin.
I want to take this one too because I haven't seen it. Libido. It's got a great poster. The original poster is on, there's like a red tunnel behind her, and it's one of the very first giallos. And once again, it's a movie that I haven't seen that I wanted to see, because I also bought the poster, of course, before watching the movie, so it's time to watch it.
Speaking of great posters,
yeah,
followed by great movies, I mean, Overboard's right there.
Shut up, you!
This is a kind of like Mondo documentary on America, on how violent America is, made by Leonard Schrader, the brother of Paul Schrader, the filmmaker, screenwriter.
America the Beautiful has become America the Violent.
And this is a very strong documentary that was very popular in Japan, probably because the Japanese have a problem with Americans, and they like a movie to show how barbarian people were in this country. I really loved it the first time I saw it. And yeah, there's a Japanese cut. I hope it's wider than the cut I've seen, which was already extremely wide.
Well, hey, come on in. You better come on in.
Come in, please.
Come on in, it's too late now. Grab your seat over there.
Horrors of the Spider Island, a great B movie from Germany with women lost on an island, and there is a monster trying to destroy them. When I started being interested in cult movies, many articles were talking about it, and so I finally managed to see it on a VHS, but it was a copy of a copy of a copy, and in a French dub version, so finally I'm going to see the original one. Very glad to take this one. Hello, little monster.
He just felt the danger.
Here's another movie by my absolute hero, Eloy de la Iglesia. Once again, a thriller with the same actor than Cannibal Man. It's not. He did like 40 movies, and I know that Severin is gonna edit soon my favorite one. But in the meantime, you have to see all the other ones, especially the big box here, the Kinky Collection box. El Pico is incredibly violent. And Pico 2 also, and Navajeros. It's like a Spanish hardcore version of of Christian F. I can only recommend it. I even call many people from France to tell them that this was released on Blu-ray in America when I first saw the cover of the Severin edition. So I push many people to buy it from here. Here's a movie that I haven't seen.
Take off your fucking pants!
But Andrew recommended me, so I like the cover, and it says X-rated, so it cannot be totally bad.
Well, I don't mind you looking, but I prefer you touching. And if I'm going to turn you on, I want to be there to get the benefits.
This is an absolute masterpiece, probably the best movie ever made about the atomic bomb and its consequences. Many people talk about doing movies like The Day After that will show what can happen next, and this is the most serious one made ever. It was produced in 1984 for the BBC, and the British audience that saw it on TV at the time was really, really shocked, because it has a very like a documentary approach, telling you how people are going to be starving, how they're going to be decomposing. I know people who've been more shocked by this movie than by Pasolini's Salo, so that's a lot. And when all this shit started in Ukraine, with Russia, with the people were thinking about the atomic war again, and I couldn't stop thinking of this movie. I wish there were more movies of this kind, but it's the only one. Oh, this one. Narciso Ibáñez Serrador is a great director, and he did La Residencia. I can remember the American title of La Residencia, and he did ¿Quién puede matar a un niño? This is a TV show he did, which he introduces those shows, and there is one that I hope is here. There is one special episode called El Televisor. That's almost like a feature itself, about a man being obsessed by his new color TV, and abandoning his family and his life because he's got addicted like a junkie to his TV. I'm very happy to get the English subtitle copy so I can show it to some friends who don't speak Spanish. These movies are made by, it's a trilogy of short films made by a friend, Douglas Buck, and they're very, very serious and very scary. Cutting Moments was the first one I've seen of him. This trilogy is as strong as the most professional feature, and they're really, really dark, very psychotic in a serious way. Here's another masterpiece of Italian cinema, The Strange Vice of Mrs. Ward. Probably my favorite giallo, besides the ones of Dario Argento, Mario Bava. Very sexy, very dreamy, extremely elegant. If you've watched Dario Argento's giallos and Mario Bava's giallos, don't miss this one. It's one of the unmissables.
That mean you're planning to eat me up, Julie?
No, I ate you up already.
Hello, indigestion.
There is the last one that I wanted to take from here, because I haven't seen it. It's Polanski's What?
What?
I love Polanski's cinema, and this is one of the rare movies of him that I haven't seen. I heard it's a comedy, like a crazy comedy, shot on an island, but yeah, I want to discover what.
What? Will you beat it? Out.
What a psychoanalyst told me when I was a kid is that strong kids like horror cinema, and he asked me, it was like my parents brought me to see one of them to see if I was doing well, and I remember that his question was, do you like horror cinema? And he said, yes, I love it. So, okay, he sells it. Some other kids were saying, no, that they were scared by horror movies. And so those people had to be taken care of.